bones, where the circuits never sleep. I feel my spirit hollow in this dream of chrome and steel. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks of light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. The signal's getting stronger, every pulse a deadly beat, as the nights grow ever longer in this city of concrete. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks and light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. Break the chains, reclaim the night in the heart of this machine. Feel the power, feel the fight in this world of cold and need. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. I wake up early, punch the clock. 8 hours later, still feel stuck. Bills keep climbing, rent's too high. Working full time, barely getting by. I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No fancy car, no high class flex. I work all day, then sigh at the price. Man, life ain't cheap, and that ain't right. Coffee's cold, my boots worn thin. Another day, same place I've been. Dreams on hold, but I keep pushing through. What else is a working man supposed to do? I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No champagne nights, just a pig stress. I work all day, then sigh at the price. Man, life ain't cheap, and that ain't right. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy. the button, stop the chatter. Let's see what really matters. Turn this world into nuclear batter. Erase the world you shattered. Hungry politicians lying, empty promises they sell. Tired of all this time wasting. Let's bid this world farewell. this eternal fight. Tired of living in fright, change day into night. Press the button, stop the chatter, let's see what really matters. Turn this world into glowing batter, erase the world you shattered. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. The games, let's light the fuse. No more skirting around the edges, dance among the smoky hedges. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. We dare any of you. You were 4 years deep, still drowning in debt. Got a piece of paper, but no job yet. I'm stacking racks, you're stacking loans. I build real things, you just check your phone. They taught you
Hello guys, we're only missing Nani, and we're the whole crew, the whole scroll saw army or whatever, doom scrollers. Hello Splash, just want to say hey and actually talk to you guys a little bit. I'm gonna continue, but this is a lot of work. So anyway, yeah, gonna turn on the music again and we're gonna continue. Just wanted to say hi.
never sleep. I feel my spirit hollow in this dream of chrome and steel. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks of light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. Signals getting stronger, every pulse at deadly beats. As the nights grow ever longer in this city of concrete. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks of light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. Break the chains, reclaim the night. In the heart of this machine, feel the power, feel the fight. In this world of cold and need, we are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. Break the chains, reclaim the night. In the heart of this machine, feel the power, feel the fight. In this world of cold and mean, we are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of persistence, our humanity will survive. I wake up early, punch the clock. 8 hours later, still feel stuck. Bills keep climbing, rent's too high. Working full time, barely getting by. I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No fancy car, no high class flex. I work all day, then sigh at the price. Man, life ain't cheap, and that ain't right. Coffee's cold, my boots worn thin. Another day, same place I've been. Dreams on hold, but I keep pushing through. What else is a working man supposed to do? I'm just a regular guy, doing my best. No champagne nights, just a pay stress. I work all day, then sigh at the price. Man, life ain't cheap, and that ain't right. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy. Maybe one day the tide will turn. Till then, I just live and learn. I'm just a regular guy. slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the.
Hello guys, done with another picture. Let me just do, like always do, a little bit cleanup, and we can talk about the picture and what we're gonna do tomorrow and stuff like that. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the chat. Yeah. What you create for tomorrow. Straight away. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I just want to show off and talk a little bit about this one today. Yeah, this was a struggle. This was a lot harder, but this is probably because this is some of the things that I designed myself. So yeah, I did put a couple of gaming characters here. Like this is from the game and this is from the game, so I put them in there. I made this one a lot bigger. There was actually just a little small figure right down here. This thing bothered me a long time if I was gonna change the face, but I've been thinking about who this person is, and it's probably Jennifer when she was Piglet, if you guys have seen the series. So I kind of like that you think that something is wrong with the person. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. And this is probably Siri. Siri? I can never say that. So yeah, hello Nanny. Gerald, obviously. So yeah, I think it turned out very, very cool actually. This is something I would put on my wall if no one would be interested in it. So yesterday you said that you think about making the crow picture. I watched the movie and you should absolutely do that. Thank you for watching the movie. Yeah, it's a good movie, right? Absolutely, we're gonna do the crow. Yeah, an old classic from I believe it's the 90s or late 80s. So yeah, the crow, we're gonna do that at some point. This was community pick number 4. So yeah, tomorrow, tomorrow I'll give you a choice. Either we'll do another Deadpool, the one I was talking about, which I think is a lot of fun. I know if you guys hate me doing Deadpool, let me know, because this will be the 3rd one. But this one made me laugh. It's Thor's hammer on a toilet, and you have to go to the toilet, so trying to get the hammer off. So I thought that was funny. Something I absolutely would have on my wall. So that's one choice. And another one is to start doing some classics. This is Bruce Springsteen. Pretty nice picture. Maybe not cool picture, but you know, recognizable sort of rock and roll star that I'm pretty sure someone will buy. So if we don't, then you know, you guys have to decide if I should do this on stream or if I should do this one. Either we do this Monday or I'll find another superhero, the Crow, something like that, to do it on Monday. You guys have to decide. Bruce looked really hard to make. No, it's not, and I'll tell you why. You see, all of these things, they're all big. They're all big. There's not gonna be a problem because they're all big. The challenging stuff is always gonna be very small, detailed work. Like the hair is always problematic when you do stuff like that. Like imagine if you're gonna do like a tiger, and everything would be kind of like this. Maybe we'll do some animals after a while and I'll show you how complicated that stuff actually is. But this just takes forever and it's a lot of be careful so that the small stuff here doesn't break. That's the challenging part. So this is stuff that looks really hard, but it's not. It's not. The only thing that is kind of hard here is when you do the big pieces, because you have done all the small cuts, so it's starting to shake a little bit. But it's not a huge challenge, really. But I understand why you would think so, because I did in the beginning also. We'll do Deadpool if you guys want to. So, yeah, probably. I'd love to see how you make Bruce too, yeah. But yeah, Deadpool first. We'll do Deadpool, guys. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. And I'm thinking like, yeah, the classics, I know how you feel about it, because I'm like a little bit like, if I was gonna watch stuff, would I like to watch that stuff compared to other things? So I'm not, you know, I'm in doubt. But I think we should do at least one just to see how it does on the stream. And if it tanks, it doesn't do well at all, then, you know, we're like, okay, let's go with the gaming characters or whatever, right? Or, yeah. Superhero stuff like that. I have like a list now of things I want to do. So it's like Catwoman I want to do, trying to find a cool Catwoman picture which is not overly sexualized, because they all are. So I'm trying to find that picture. Yeah, and keep doing superheroes, because that's what I want to do and get back into doing. I would like to do some more obscure ones that you guys maybe haven't heard about, because there are a lot of cool ones out there that they haven't made any Marvel movies about, like Squirrel Girl, really cool character actually. They should definitely make a movie of Squirrel Girl. She's awesome. So yeah, that was just one suggestion. But yeah. Any other questions for me, guys? By the way, I'm about to maybe retire this stuff, because every time we use it, no matter how I use it, we go from like 10 people watching to, and when I turn it off and when I do this, so it's still, then it's like 100 views. So I think people don't like it. So it's oh, fuck. Jesus. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. Comedy. Some comedy show. You never know what's gonna happen on this stream. Jump scare. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. I'm sorry about it, guys. Maybe I'll make that into a clip from the stream or something. I don't know. Tomorrow is my granddad's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your granddad. And, you know, you don't have to come to the stream, of course, and stuff like that. So, you know, be with your family always first. And if you want to watch tomorrow's stream, it'll be up on YouTube. So it is there if you want to. Maybe skip to the end and see how the picture turn out or something. Maybe you should make Silver Surfer one day. Yeah, good idea, Bomber. Absolutely. I want to do that. We could do the Fantastic Four. The movies are bad, but, you know, the characters are cool. So yeah, maybe we could do that. Especially that big guy, the Thing, I believe it's called that. That could be cool. By the way, you'll never see this background before because I tried to not show it. It's just my wheels, my truck, and yeah, nothing special. At the moment, it's just safety. The camera fell over. So yeah, any other questions for me? Bomber, you talked about maybe, I believe it's you who were asking for what's called that chat program again. I'm totally stuck. But yeah, I was thinking maybe we should get that going. If you guys would like to actually talk. What's it called again? I don't remember, guys. It's like Discord, yeah. Thank you. Should we get a Discord server going? Me and Splashby could probably set one up if you guys want to talk and stuff like that. Yeah, I have Instagram. I just started uploading pictures again because I used to like Instagram a lot, but I've been kind of the whole meta thing put me off because every time I uploaded something on Facebook, I got like copyright problems and stuff like that. So I was like, I don't want to do anything to do with meta. So, but I've started up the account again. It's called. It's going to be my name, but it's at the moment it's Bits Woodworks because that's what I tried to call myself when I started this. But I'm just going to use my name. Yeah, okay, Splash. We can look at that. I'll get in touch with you and we can put one up and call it something funny or whatever. I don't know how much I will be on there though, but if you guys want to like talk or whatever, it's I am way too busy trying to make videos. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. 2-hour stream today. That's good. Jesus loves you. Don't forget that. Yes. I'm sure he does. Yeah. By the way, how old are you guys? I don't think I've ever actually asked you how old you are. Like, I don't even know how old you are, Splashby. You're my moderator, and I don't know how old you are. 11. $15. That's cool. That's cool. Man, you guys are so much cooler than when I was 15 and 11, 26. Jesus, 26. That's cool. That makes sense. Of that's a good age for a moderator, I guess. But Bomber, your age is like awesome for you know, you probably know a lot more about technical things than I do already, because I'm getting at the age when I'm like, things are just getting, I don't know. I used to be such a gaming geek and know everything on social media and stuff like that. Now I'm like at the age when I'm like, things are getting hard and I hate it, because I love all the stupid stuff. Lol. I'm 40, man. 40 this year. I wasn't getting. I want to be 25. That's how I'm in here. I promise you. It's like, I'm doing this on stream. I'm not 40, man. Nobody does this when they're 40. They're doing this when they're 40, right? Or is it just a desperate attempt to trying to stay young? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is. It's okay. Yeah, I'll probably feel like that in a bit too. Yeah, you will. Trust me. When you hit 30 and you buy yourself a motorcycle. I did that 5 years ago. I bought a motorcycle, and I had to sell it without really going on any trips, because, you know, the thing that happened to my leg, that sucked. Almost shaking my fingers at the AI art. Yeah, me too. I'm like, I love it and I hate it at the same time. By the way, all the music that you heard today, AI music, is AI generated music. Everything, even the singing, it's all AI, because it's like the only thing that you can get away now without getting copy claimed. So if you guys liked it, I can make more playlists, so it doesn't, you know, just have the same songs over and over again. We can have multiple playlists, and I can introduce songs here and there. But it's like, that's what AI is good for, I guess, getting around the copyright problem. Yeah, everything is. Yeah, like I can put on one of them, which I was surprised was actually AI. Such a cool song though. Yeah. It's like AI is getting crazy, man. I don't hear the difference in the singing anymore. It's insane. It's cool though. AI is getting me into flamenco. It's like dark flamenco is apparently a thing. Combining heavy metal with flamenco. Like, I don't know. Something's wrong with me. Adrian, you married? No, not yet, but I have a girlfriend. I am so conflicted right now. I would have never thought it was AI. Yeah. Sorry to say, guys, you're not gonna notice what's the difference between AI and real music anymore. So yeah. Because the artist that all the music that you heard today is from the same artist, and he does almost only AI generated music. But yeah, it's scary. It is. Imagine how it's gonna be in like 5-10 years. Like, you can't trust anything on the internet anymore. It's insane with the AI. It's going to be insane. Like, one day you're gonna sit and watch your phone and I'm gonna be all AI. That would be sick, right? It's like it's like I'm actually not a streamer or whatever. I'm just AI generated. You know, we're gonna come to that sort of point, I guess. That's gonna be insane. Yeah. Hello, Mega Farmer. Did you see the picture for today? The end, I mean. This one. This is how it turned out if you didn't see that. And tomorrow we are gonna do another Deadpool. We're doing this one. Funny one. So we'll keep the same time as now, around 7 p.m. if that works out for everybody. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. And if you haven't, please subscribe and help out the show. Like the video. I'm getting fewer likes, so it'd be really nice if you guys could actually like the video. That would be great. Yeah, I once made a picture of someone with a futuristic mask using gaming Gemini because I want to 3D print a Halloween costume, and it looked so real that I instantly had to show it to my friends. Yeah, I believe that. Anyway, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.